everyone, and welcome back to Lovella's Coloring. So for this video, I just wanted to do a quick kind of a tutorial of how I color over the lines that I whitened out with the Posca paint pens. But I want to start off with a brief overview of how I came about doing this. I think last year I colored in Summer Nights and I colored in the nameplate page, and as you can see in this page I outlined the flowers, but this one I didn't use Posca. I actually used the Uniball Signal white gel pens, and they look good. I mean, I like it, but it felt kind of like washed out because it was so white. And I actually did try to use the Zig Clean Color Real Brush to add a hint of color on the areas where I whited it out, but because this is a water brush or water-based watercolor brush, it pretty much every time I tried to color on top of the gel pens, it just washed it out, or it just kept wiping out. So I had to keep coming over again and adding more gel pens. So after this happened, I just kind of like gave up the idea of using the Clean Color Real Brush to add any colors on top of gel pens. And then when I realized that there were different sizes for the Posca pens, I didn't come around to another coloring or a page where I would outline like the flower, the line art, to color over it again until I did this page. So on this one, I colored it in already, and then this is my last part before this page is done. So what I did was I outlined the petals of the flowers with the white Uniball Posca. This is the size 1M, and I tested it out on the butterfly. I used red and pink colors, plus a really pale color for the outside part, and then it worked. I really liked how it came out, so I did it on these caterpillars, and then I was like, okay, I might as well go ahead and try it on the flowers. And since it worked out so well, I thought I'd go ahead and do a video to show you guys how I did these flowers using Posca pen to line it, and using the Zig Clean Color Real Brush to add color on top of it. So yeah, so using this on top of the Posca is acrylic paint, so it won't melt away and rub off like the gel pens. I did have someone ask me to use my Zig Clean Color Real Brush in my colorings, but I wasn't sure if she meant coloring a whole page with just using the Zig Clean Color. I'm not very confident yet in just using these alone to color a whole page. I'm just for watercolors in general, I am still learning, and so right now I'm just incorporating it into colorings that I do with like pencils. And this one is actually the background is the Caran d'Ache Neo colors, and even those I'm still kind of learning, seeing what works for me and stuff. So I will slowly experiment with like the different materials, and as I get more familiar and more comfortable with it, I can show or do more videos showing how I came about using those mediums to use in my coloring books. So for right now, using to incorporate the Zig clean color real brush into my colorings, this is one way. So I thought I'll just go ahead and show you guys. So let me go ahead and zoom you into this area. Okay, so I have the 80 count of the Zig clean color real brush. I don't have the Tombows and I don't have Arteza water brush, but I'm sure you can use those also on top of the Posca paint pens, or probably any acrylic paint pen if you have one that's thin enough, especially for the flower petals. So the colors I am using is Violet number 80, Lilac number 83, English Lavender number 803, and Cool Gray 1 number 99. So what I like to do is I start with the darker color first and then go towards the lightest color. And I think I am in frame right there. Okay, so I'll start with the violet, and I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to start with this one, and I just lightly go over the and where the petal is darker, and I'm just going to go a couple of them before I go in with the lilac. I'm just going to go on top of the violet and just drag the color up along where I drew the white Posca, and then I'm going to use the English lavender and just slowly draw that color up towards the tip. And then I have the cool gray, and it's just a little hint of color. I don't want it covered. You can see that right there. I'm just gonna add, this is English lavender to this end right here. Probably in here too, at the tip. And use the cool gray one for this part here. So I'll continue it all along. So this is violet again. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to do with the Summer Nights book, and it didn't really work with the gel pens, so I'm just glad I remembered that I got a smaller size of the Posca so I can try it again, and I like the results. I mean, it's not so white, the line, so it blends in easily. And so now I have the English lavender. Yeah, so this page that I colored is for Leslie, who was formerly known as Orion's Girl, and I wanted to color this page for her. She passed away in January, and yeah, I really I knew her. Well, not I knew her, but I followed her on Instagram, and then I followed her onto YouTube. I love watching her reviews. She's very honest with her reviews, which I like. You know, if she doesn't like something, it's good to know why. You know, it's good to know the pros, but it's also good to know the cons about different coloring books, different materials or mediums, pencils. And her favorite color was purple, so that's why I colored it purple too. So now I'm coming in with English Lavender. Yeah. And I know the Zig Cling Color Real Brush now has 90 colors. And I think I'm good with the 80 colors. If I just don't try to find out where what the 10 missing colors are. I don't know if they sell it separately, open stock or anything. Okay. It's a little white at this end. I think I was gonna add a little bit more. And just to lighten up. It looks dark, but once it dries, it lightens up. So I'm gonna go to this one. Do the same thing. And the tip of the clean color real brush, it's not like the Tombos. The Tombos I think is a lot stiffer. This one is, you can see I press it. It's an actual brush, so I mean that's why it's called real brush. But yeah, so it's very bendy and it has a really nice tip. I don't know if it's showing. Yeah, so it has I can't even tell if it was even in frame. So yeah, it has a really fine tip, which helps when using it to color, especially on top of fine white lines. Oh. So if you guys have like the Tombos or the Arteza Real Brush, if you try it, let me know how if they work well. I'm sure they will, but it's hard for me to know if I don't even have those mediums or those brands. So yeah, I'm just trying to just a little bit right here. Just trying to carefully go over. Then now I'm using the English Lavender. Yeah, it's the brush is really nice. You don't even have to press down, and the color flows easily. Just right there. And then the cool gray. Just right over it. Just blending it out. So yeah, so this is one way to use the clean color real brush, and then hopefully I can get to playing with it. I did use color a little bit on the one of Jade Gideon's coloring books. The one I have is Thailand Escape. So, but I'm still learning, trying to figure it out. And when I do a coloring with them, I'll probably do a video on it when I'm ready. So now I'm gonna come in with the Posca, and I'm gonna do what I did with the other flowers. Just bring it down. You can see I added like little dots. On the flower there's like black dots, so I tried to go over it with the white Posca. To make sure this is working. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just dotting it. So the black line, I'm not trying to cover the black dots. Whatever shows through, I'm just gonna be like, oh, maybe it's a shadow, and just a little bit on the rest of the petal. And go. And right here, and just continue it on to the other color. You can see. I was thinking of adding in like a little more glitter, but then I was like, well, I already have glitters on the fairy and the butterflies, and I thought I would just stop it right there. I mean, if I feel like adding more, I can do that later on too, but I think this page is good for now. So after these white dots, this page is done, I think, for me. There. And cover this a little bit more. And this one too. Some right here. And good. I think so. Yep. Okay. So that's it. So that's just my little demonstration of using Posca to line the flowers, then using the SIG Clean Color Real Brush to color on top of the Posca, which gives it an interesting effect where it lightens the black lines, and it's not so white that it's kind of like standing out at the same time. So let me go ahead and zoom you out. Okay, so this is the whole page. I'm done, so you'll probably see it on my Instagram and my finished pages for April. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please take care and happy colorings. Bye bye.